Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Pittsburgh Panthers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Noles decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Pitt Panthers offense will take the field for the first time. Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. Quickly to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Reed. Not a whole lot of room there, 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Lost the fire on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. The QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Caught in the backfield, it's Reed. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, going to the air. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that second down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To throw, it's Castellanos. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. With the catch, it's Williams.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Castellanos. With the catch, it's White. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Knowles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's the pressure. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Whoa, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside for defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me to the knee.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Turning it on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over Northwestern. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lets one fly deep. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Great place to start for this offense. They go to the ground. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Holstein. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Plows through the defense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the bootleg and rolling out. That's caught. It's Williams. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give on the inside. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The give is to Williams. Breaks the tackle. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Using his legs to buy some time. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pitt will line up to fight it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
And the Noles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you wonder that time if your QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some...
Breaks into the open. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They go right back to him. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Finds the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pulls it, fired, complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Pittman. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Reed. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, if you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Flips it out on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Copeland. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. How about utilizing the fullback and picking up just little snippets of yardage in the passing game?
Yeah, it was kind of a positive play. You know, listen, it goes on the completion side of things, so the completion...
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Oh, look out on the Defense taking one back to the house.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out? They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Gives it on the option. Past the first down marker and still running.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. So the problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCoy. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air. It's Castellanos. Complete to the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Noles!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
At the 45 on his way. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He's got it down the middle, and it's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. The turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Catch in the middle. It's McCoy. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Yeah, you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sets up the screen. Knocked down for the tackle. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking to throw for it. Here's a hit. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They get to him as he throws. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. On the set. Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And the route is on. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will open from the 15. Finds a little space. Bulldozes his way through. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Past the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. It's just ridiculous.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And the Panthers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws.
You know, give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Finds his man, it's Robinson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Going to look downfield again. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take it.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team.